Season 2 of the Pat and JT podcast.
Oh man, I'm here at last. The best time, always gonna be the best. Come on!
Exclusively on the Hurrdat Media Network.
All right.
Follow us on Instagram. If you notice, we're doing a lot more stuff on Instagram because we have a team now working on our show, and they're smart and they know what they're doing, and they're making us engage and do things that we don't know how to do. Yeah, it's super fun.
I love the stuff that they've been doing, and it's just it's like, oh my God, this is like breath of fresh air. Hello.
Right? It's awesome. It's awesome.
And some great comments too. Just appreciate you guys that are a member. We've got that. There's a private Pat and JT Facebook group, and it's not that difficult to get in. But if you want to hang out with us,
don't be stressed about it. You'll be fine. You'll get approved.
I like yesterday, one of the trivia questions was, what are the names of your 2 cats and my dog? And our girl Heidi pops in and she says, being an OG listener, which one of the Jill's dogs are you talking about?
Yeah. She's trying to keep you single forever.
We should, right? Just kind of like, she probably could do the whole rundown herself. But,
and it was so funny when Reagan asked that, do you guys have dogs and cats? I'm like, oh God, girl, you have no idea the can of worms you're opening right now. Yes, we have pets.
Yes, we do. And let us tell you our stories.
Yeah. Yeah. And these are our stories.
But yeah, she did. That was kind of funny too. Cause, and very proud to say that all the answers were right.
Yeah.
Did you notice that?
It was weird. It was cool getting on there. I'm like, oh my gosh, people, I don't even pay attention half the time. And like,
I didn't know your cats' names.
Yeah. and I'm trying to think. I knew Jack and then Bella, and I don't know the other 2.
Yeah, Dexter and Benny.
That's right. See, you say them now, I remember, but off the top of my head.
As I said, yeah, Dexter is the feral one that still won't let me touch him. He has nothing to do with me. And Benny is the, she was misgendered as a kitten, and Mom thought she was a little boy kitty, so she named him Benny. And so now Benny is the girl Benny IE instead of Benny Y. And and she barn cat.
Hey, samesies, Benny, samesies, misgendered apparently by name. I got an email yesterday from somebody, and I wasn't getting this email. I'm like, and this guy's like, dude, I've been sending you this pricing for whatever. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm checking my spam, blah, blah. And he goes, he goes, I spelled your name with 2 T's, P-A-T-T. Like, it's a first for me. You could not have made it more girly. And he's
just
like,
slap a Y on there, why don't you, buddy?
Right? Because I hadn't talked to him. It's all been through back and forth, like on messages and whatever.
Oh my God.
Dude.
All right. So a couple stories here. And we've got a really special guest coming in today that's going to be joining us. First off, though, a couple stories. This one just popped up yesterday. Sad to see Anthony's Steakhouse, been around since 1967, and they're going to close their doors February 26th.
I saw that yesterday. I didn't read the story or anything. Why? Because of COVID, or is it just they're done?
He wants to retire, and I saw some people just kind of talking about it. It's like, well, sell it. It's a great, it's a brand, right? The Ozone Lounge. You got Anthony's. I mean, it's great lunches. You got all this stuff, but they haven't been able to seal the deal. The land, is valuable.
Oh, for sure.
At, and at 72nd Street there, and I just can't imagine it not being there.
I can't imagine it either. That's so weird. It's so weird that it would be gone. The big cow is going to be gone.
Right. And can you move that? I mean, is this going to be like Peony Park, that we still have the Hy-Vee and Hy-Vee Peony Park sign? Mm-hmm. We still have the cow there, where whoever moves in, they have to keep the cow.
Whatever business it is, you have to keep the cow. Hopefully it's not Zumba or Jenny Craig or something like that. But if not, I'm sure there'll be a bidding war for that cow to go somewhere.
Oh, there's got to be. Maybe one of the other steakhouses. I don't know. But they said that, just trying to find somebody to carry on. And right now, being in the restaurant business is really hard.
Yeah. I can't believe no one in the family even wants to do it. Like, there's not even a third, fourth cousin, whatever, that wants to carry on the tradition.
So they're closing their doors. And they said they do have some events planned after the end of February, and those will go on as planned, like some receptions and things like that. But if you're planning to go have a steak at Anthony's, you better get it on your short list.
Yeah, hurry up. If you haven't done it yet, it's worth it. So go do that.
Absolutely.
At least they're giving people a heads up. Last week, did you see? Was it like maybe 2 weeks ago? The story of the COVID tests here. That company that just stopped, like the one at Oakview, just I think it was last Saturday morning, just didn't open anymore. They were closed. And they didn't tell me there were appointments. There were people lined up to go, and they just didn't open. They just closed. I think they had 2 testing spots.
The one in the parking lot?
Yeah. And maybe they're back open now.
Left.
Yeah, just gone.
Left town like a carnival.
I don't even know if they packed up. They just didn't open anymore. They just closed, and they said no warning. People were scrambling to get, because they had trips they had to take, and they had appointments for testing and blah, 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 and just didn't show up.
Oh my, I had no idea.
Mm-hmm.
I had no idea.
That's actually a story that I read past the headline.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's disappointing because you see that every once in a while. Then you have to get Mike McKnight in to find out why they close their doors, and I still have a gift card, damn it, and why they close their doors on me.
Poor Sophia had to eat that $72 Yonkers one. She didn't get her butt in there in time.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Now, was it okay? Didn't we have this conversation before? Was Yonkers related to Herburgers? Or something
that's
like
right.
that?
That's right. Because I'm like, I don't know of a store called Fur Burgers. And you're like, no, it's Her Burgers.
Her Burgers.
And I think it was. I think it was. Oh, I didn't even think about it. That's even worse. Yeah, I didn't think. I think we did talk about it, and it was like Bonton or whatever is the company, but it wouldn't work. They wouldn't take it.
They wouldn't let you do that.
Didn't cross streams.
Yeah. So see, when things like that happen, people they want their why. I mean, even if they aren't going to get any money back, at least explain to me how this happened.
Yeah. Give me an explanation.
I have an appointment, damn it. So thank you, Anthony's.
Yeah. For letting us
giving
know.
people an opportunity to come show their love.
Right.
And then send you off in style. But again, if you buy that property, you have to keep the cow.
Please.
And another one Reagan grabbed for us, which I thought was really funny, because this was kind of a thing a few years ago where people started noticing homes, and I think it was just in West Omaha in particular, and they called them the poop homes.
Yeah.
And it was because of the way the windows and the framing trim was done on the outside. They're generally 2-story homes or like tri-levels maybe. And then the windows, when you start looking at them, you can see the word poop.
It's like clear as day.
And then you can't unsee it.
No, and now that poor house, and I don't know how many there are. I don't know if there's one or if there's multiple. Those people constantly have people taking pictures and posting it online of the poop house.
Poop house. Yeah. Nice.
I don't know if that'd be cool or not. Like, I don't know if that'd be cool or not to have the poop house. I think it'd be kind of cool.
This was just posted by somebody freaking in Salt Lake City, for God's sake. Posted this on January 20th.
Yeah. It's nuts.
Of last year. So just last year. January 22nd of this year.
I've seen it. January. If they posted it in the future.
No, they didn't.
Wow,
no,
future poop.
It was posted 1 day ago. There we go.
Okay.
There we go. 1 day ago. So that makes more sense.
I've seen it on stories like national whatever articles where they grab like the 15 whatevers of architecture or something like that, where like hidden things, and the poop house was on there. It was like down low on the list.
I love it. All right. Then one more story, which I know this is going to be your favorite of the three. You hear that? That's John Oakey's voice.
Oh,
they had the story on just the other day that an Omaha native making baseball history, but it's a woman, and her name is Rachel Balkovec, and she's getting promoted to manager of the Tampa Tarpons. And that's a team that's in the New York Yankees organization.
good for her. That's awesome.
Isn't that crazy? She'll be the first woman to manage a minor league team on a full-time basis, and joined the Yankees though in 2019. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's very cool. And she's from here.
Graduated from Scott.
Yeah. Oh, wow. That's very cool.
Yeah.
I had heard that story, but I didn't know she was from Omaha. I heard it on ESPN. I think they were talking about it. They didn't say Omaha.
Of course they didn't say
Of course
Omaha.
not. They said a small town in the Midwest. Like, shut up, dudes.
By a poop house.
Right. Right. Known for the poop houses.
And a plastic cow.
Which will be the title of our podcast today. Poop house and a plastic cow.
Oh my God. All right. Well, tell you what, we were going to talk about Just real quickly, a big thank you to Centris Federal Credit Union, who is a sponsor and partner with us on our podcast. And they've been kind of helping us with tips and hints on how to get it together financially for the new year. And one of them is to kind of watch those, your spending habits, like watch the impulse buys. And here I was, and I'm totally still going to encourage an impulse buy at Anthony. So go ahead and do it.
Yeah. And that's not an impulse. That's not an impulse. It's out of necessity. Like if it's something that's on your list, you just got to do it. It's not impulse.
You got to do it. Find a way to carve that in there. But yeah, impulse buys, bad spending habits. I mean, little things add up so quickly. And we've talked about it, going through your bank account and just seeing what charges are going in automatically, or buying things on Amazon.
It's so easy now that I don't remember the last time I actually paid for something with cash. So now that you're just online and you forget about even using your card, just online, it just goes so fast.
It does. And you know what really kind of reined me in is when I realized one day recently that it's the first time in a long time I didn't have any pending orders.
Ooh.
Like I had nothing waiting to be delivered.
That's pretty impressive.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, that's bad.
Yeah.
Because that means I've been just constantly waiting for something to show up.
Yeah, that is. Yeah. Or something shows up and you're like, I've asked Beth before. She's like, I have no idea what it could be.
Oh, no,
it could be
open
anything.
it up. This is like Christmas.
Right. It's like Christmas.
So that would be another one that you just kind of want to rein it in a little bit. And yeah. And then you find yourself making a little money, making a little extra. Like they say, pay yourself first before you go spend. If you can, I know it's counterintuitive to what everybody does because you want to pay your bills. But if you can, when you get paid, try and just shove some off into a savings account. Every little bit helps.
And it adds up over time.
Exactly right. So give them a call or stop by their website.
Go to centrisfcu.org or 402-334-7000. Those are Pat and JT's 2 cents.
All right. Is she here?
Yep. She is here.
Oh my God. I didn't see you. Yay.
Hi.
All right. Well, Sonita, thank you for coming on the show with us.
Thank you for having me.
Now, first thing we have to do, because I never verified this with you, I know your name. I never asked you how to say your name. And so we want to know exactly how you're supposed to say your name.
Sonita Buddi.
Neither one of us were right.
We were going to go with either Buddy or Booty.
Yeah. I'm sure you hear those all the time.
Those are the most common, so it's fair.
We're like, either way, it's awesome.
Right?
I was definitely Sonita Buddi all through school. So,
oh man, you were the person who creates the nicknames. There's always that one person in every class that's the nickname giver. You were their dream. You're like, oh my gosh, they didn't have to do any work. Like you have your own nickname. It's Booty.
Pretty much. And then middle school, that Found You Miss New Booty song came out. So it was like a whole thing. I had a signature and everything.
That's sweet.
Well, this is your first time meeting Pat.
Very nice to meet you.
I had the opportunity I met you and then we got to hang out again, had coffee and then got to find out a little bit more about you and what you did. And I just love all the stuff you're doing. And I wanted to have you come on and kind of talk about what it is that you're up to and your location and what you guys are all about. It's really cool what you've done with your website too.
Oh, thank you.
It's brightenourfuture.com. And tell us a little bit about what it is you guys are up to.
So we are a new nonprofit in North Omaha. We're near 48th and Ames. And our mission is to provide affordable, high quality early childhood education and childcare. So what does that actually mean? And why do we need it, right? Mm-hmm. Well, one, we are in a childcare crisis. A lot of childcare centers, especially for-profit ones, were not able to maintain through the pandemic. There's always been kind of an issue with high quality, who are going above and beyond what the state requires and actually doing accreditations, making sure you're staying up with trainings, different things like that. And then you have this huge gap of people that fall, in this gap, right? That they can't afford it. You think, there's always, assistance and things like that. And that is going to be for your lower income families. And, you get to about $35,000, $40,000 and you're not getting assistance for childcare. And it actually costs about $10,000 to $12,000 a year for one child. So wow. Our big thing was, how can we help with this? So how can we eliminate some of these barriers? And so we did develop a sliding fee scale. So this is for households under $60,000, the median income, but again, do not qualify for assistance. So then they kind of partake in our Step Up Parents program, and that does get them a discounted tuition of about 50 to 65%.
Wow.
So instead of $200 a week, we're looking at about $75 a week.
Wow. Yeah, I was looking at your website. You're updated, and Pat got a chance to peruse it as well. And
yeah, very cool.
And by the way, great picture of you. By the way, I was looking at it's on the board of directors page. If you get a chance to check out their site, and talks about all the stuff that you guys have going on and the things that you're going to be doing. And your facility, you guys, it's just like such a neat. I don't know what to call it, like a flex space. I mean, there's indoor, there's outdoor, there's things to do. There's bright colors. It's really a cool place. And if somebody wanted to take a tour, is that encouraged?
It definitely is. We are just doing tours either after hours or on the weekends just to limit exposure while we do have our children there. But of course, we want people to come in and kind of see the space that we have created, and see, again, what makes us different and really kind of the passion behind it, because I think that's going to be something that really sets us apart.
That's really cool. Let's talk about you. I see some artwork behind you.
Yes, I'm at home because I had to take my son to school, and then I'm like, I can't get to the center before 9:00. So this was my nieces that used to live with me. Yeah. That's
really cool. You not only a mother, but a foster mom as well.
Yeah, my 3 young nieces lived with me for about 1.5 years, which actually it was a great experience for all of us either way, but it really kind of opened up the doors for me to be able to start Brighten Our Future, because, capital and money was always an issue along with time. And then COVID hit, and I had 4 young kids in my home, so there wasn't much of going anywhere, right? Yeah. I had 3 on remote learning and a 3-year-old. So I took that time to put the business plan together and kind of start building those connections and, seeing what kind of funds are out there and where we were going to be able to come together. And then I took that extra unemployment and put it in there and got started.
Good for you. That's fantastic. Are you from the North Omaha area, right?
I'm actually from Sioux Falls. My father's side of the family is from North Omaha, though.
There we go. I
grew up in Sioux Falls.
And the same with your board of directors. I was kind of reading through some of their history. It's pretty impressive group.
Thank you. And we actually have some people that we'll be updating this year, as now that we're open, right? We needed to kind of fill some other spots. We just really needed to see what those spots were. So bringing on someone with more of like a nutrition background to, help with the food and our food reimbursement program, things like that. And then just another kind of community resource person as well.
I saw that when you said the food reimbursement program, is that your food pantry?
Those are separate. So the food pantry is just something that we are offering to our parents because, again, when you're in that gap, any small thing can put you into a bad spot, right? And these are normally those families that are food insecure. It's not families that are low income and qualify for SNAP. It's these families in this gap. So we do have this food pantry where somebody can just literally send us a message on our little childcare app and let us know that they need a little assistance, and we'll just have 3 days of food ready for them when they pick up their child. But the food reimbursement program, that's more of a national program. So your child and adult food program. So we have to, meet certain requirements and make sure we're serving healthy food. But then the government gives us some money back to help supplement that.
Very cool. Very cool. No, it is. How many kids do you have up there right now?
Right now, we just have 18. So we opened in October. Everybody that we do have is either private pay or on that sliding fee scale because we are still waiting for our subsidy. The city to government doesn't move very fast, I could say. And so people that are lower income, and that includes the families, since we're inside of Heartland Family Services, they have families that live on site and they all need subsidy. So unfortunately, we haven't been able to start those families until that gets going.
Wow. That's got to keep you busy. It's a pretty cool thing, though. I don't know, Pat, you should get a chance to take a look at it. It's really neat what they're doing up there. I was really impressed. Just loved it, and impressed with you too. I'm so glad you got to come on the show with us.
Thank you. I'm really happy to be here.
And we'll link to everything that you talked about your organization in our description of the podcast. So if you guys are listening, just scroll right down and you can just click through and check it out. Absolutely. If you want to get a hold of Sonita so you can take a tour or want more information, absolutely do it. So I'm going to let you get on with your day. We're really glad you got a chance to stop by, though.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys. And I'm going to make sure that I'm listening more kind of hard, at work, but I need to get those little headphones. I'll be listening. You guys are great. So I look forward to talking again in the future.
You got a deal. Oh, one thing before you go. You have a fundraiser coming up in February?
I have a few things coming up. We have a virtual bingo night coming up January 30th. So you can go to our Facebook page for that one. February, we were going to do our auction, but we moved that back to March. So we will have an online auction in March. February, we will be doing a kids resale. We're calling it Dollar Days. So everything will be about $1 to $3. So that'll be kind of good for the community to get, a bunch of clothes and things like that. And then we'll keep all the proceeds from that. So that'll be February 22nd.
Very good. So you'll have all that information and be on the website. So if you want to help out doing a little fundraising and also find some good stuff for yourself, I would definitely check that out. Sonita, thank you so much.
Thank you. You guys have a wonderful day.
Thanks,
you
Sonita.
too.
Nice to meet you. Thank you. See ya. She's awesome.
I know it. It. She's all the stuff that she is doing is just unreal. And if you get a chance again, it's Brighten Our Futures. Is the name of their website, brightenourfuture.com. And you can find all the details on there. But I got to meet her 3 months ago and just love all the stuff that she is doing and all the people that she's working with. They're just super good. It's just nice to get to know your neighbors, right?
Right. Yeah. That's true.
There you go.
You're absolutely right. Nice to know your nneighbors. So that was that episode went from sketchy in the beginning to we rallied and ended it great.
We rallied.
Because I don't know where it was going to go before we went to her.
We needed a pinch hitter, Tristan. We needed a heavy hitter.
We did. Yeah, it was late in the ninth and we needed something. So all that information is in the description. Scroll down and click on the link and then you can go find us on social media. It's Pat and JT.
Pat and JT Podcast, a Hurrdat Media Production.